of Ghanaians?
Well, I think that it is pretty straightforward and obvious. In the lead up to the 2024 elections, the most topical issue right at the top of the wish list of Ghanaians was the economy. I mean, the economy was in total shambles. Hardships were pervasive. The cost of living was so high, and people simply struggled to make a living. And so President Mama committed to addressing that. And you see that when we came into power, it was the first thing that we tackled. There was a need to stabilize the economy, stabilize the currency, stop the rapid depreciation that was undergoing at the time, and bring it to a level that led to significant reductions in the cost of living. And that has happened. Indeed, the price of everyday items reduced significantly. In fact, Guta met the Parliamentary Select Committee on Economy and Development. And when they were questioned, they showed data which proved that up to 4,500 different items had seen price reductions. And these are the people who actually do the trading. So there is no dispute that prices came down. Of course, there has been talk about the need for more price reductions, which we agree with. We think that the pass-through effect should be quicker and it should be much larger than we saw. But there's no dispute that prices came down, at least fuel prices came down. They are not currently at the same level that we inherited it. Of course, in the last 2 or 3 windows, it's gone up a bit, but it is still below where we found it. Transport fares went down by about 15%, if I'm not mistaken. And basic goods and services also saw price reduction. So these are the things that I would say have mattered most, in addition to all the things that have happened.
The city that you celebrate, which is the basis for all of this, there's a view that the growth or the strength was artificial and that the fundamentals are weak, and so we are seeing the city struggle again already. And that is too early for us to celebrate.
Economic debates, economic discussions, commentary on the economy is all based on facts and figures. You see, those figures are objective. They are not subject to opinion. When the finance minister presented the mid-year budget, he presented the figures, which cannot be disputed. There's not a single metric that is out of gear that you can say points to a weak foundation. The thing with the cedi is that the exchange rate is like any other commodity. It thrives on demand and supply. So you need forex or foreign exchange or foreign currency to engage in some activity, importation or some other business. If it is available, the price is cheap. If it is scarce, the price is high. If you go to the market today and a crate of tomatoes or tomatoes is available, a crate will be cheaper than when it is scarce. That is what it is. It is a duty of government to ensure, at least with the currency, the economic climate that we are in, that there is sufficient foreign exchange available for people like yourself who may want to travel or do some business. That is what that there is. So what did we do? There are traditional sources for foreign exchange, remittances, export proceeds, and what have you. In the past, these have proven inadequate to give us the sort of forex liquidity that will ensure stability or a lower exchange rate. So there was a need to take additional measures. We found that, look, Ghana exports gold in significant quantities, but not all that gold is accounted for, and that the proceeds of those exports don't get to us the way that it should. And I have often cited the experience of the late Kwakye in His Excellency. He went to India for a conference. Then in his speech, he indicated the quantity of gold that in that year had been exported from Ghana to India. When he finished, the Indian trade minister, who was also present at the event, gave a speech and indicated that the quantities are larger than the vice president quoted. Immediately, he drew attention to the fact that significant quantities of gold were leaving our shores
through unapproved routes,
and that we're not getting the earnings. So there was a need to put in place a mechanism to ensure that we have a handle on this kind of export and that the proceeds come back into this country so that we can have foreign exchange to put on the market when necessary. So the Gold Board was established. Through their efforts, they've been able to mop up such that between January and now, the last record, which is about a month ago, $6 billion had been accrued from gold exports. The same time last year, it was barely half of the figure that I'm quoting. So it means that about $3 billion or so left the shores of this country unaccounted for. That has meant that there's a lot more foreign exchange available to the central bank to be able to put on the market if need be. and also shore up our reserves. So that is what led to the stability in the currency, which is a sustainable model.
Critics have said it's because